welcome to my channel. I'm Tiffany, a retired librarian turned homeschool mom. And in this video, we're going to talk about a book called The Orphan. This is a Greek Cinderella story by Anthony L. Manna and Soula Mitakidou, and illustrated by Giselle Potter. So this is actually kind of an interesting tale. It actually sticks pretty closer to the original your other European adaptations than I've seen. Sorry, I kept running down here. So typical tale: daughter is born, mother and father love her, mother dies when she's young, father remarries, father does not die in this one. Similar to the French tale, dad's not dead. He's just controlled by his wife. And of course, they call her the Orphan. She doesn't have a name. She's not called Cinderella. She's not given any other name. She's just called the Orphan throughout the tale. So, stepsisters treat her horribly. Obviously, dad does not do anything. So she runs to her mother's grave and cries to it. And it's essentially, a woman tried to take your place. These girls call me sister, but they treat me horribly. Mother's voice comes out. Go, this heavens my heart, your sorrow weighs heavily on my heart. Go and riches will come to you. So the next day she steps outside to do her chores, and Mother Nature grants her a dress and a crown and shoes, and she goes hides these things. And the prince is coming to the local church. They hear about this. So the stepmother orders her husband to go get the finest dresses and then the finest jewels, and they dress up to go to the church. And Cinderella comes out. She bathes herself as her mother had done, did up her hair, put on the dress and the crown and the shoes, goes outside, and the sun sends her a white horse, and she rides to the church. But her mother's voice tells her, be sure to leave at the end of the service or all will be lost. So that's what she does. And at the bottom of her trunk, she also finds coins. So as she leaves, she scatters the coins to pose as pretty much as a distraction so she can get away. So the prince is not happy because he lost this girl he was obsessed with. So he decides to come back to the church the next Sunday. And again, the stepsisters and the stepmother need the finest jewels, and they're fussing over what they'll wear. And the prince says, next time, put beeswax on the threshold so you can stop her. So again, our orphan goes to the church service all dressed up. She tries to leave. Her feet get stuck in the wax and she leaves behind a shoe. I do believe it's blue in this one. But again, she gets away, scatters the coins, and escapes. But then, so the soldiers come. It's like, oh, we found with the shoe. So the prince is pretty much, it's like inviting people. It's like, come try on this shoe. And finally, the stepsisters and the stepmother leave to go and try on the shoe. Again, Cinderella gets all dressed up. This time she rides her horse into the grand hall and gets down, and the shoe fits. And the stepsisters and stepmother, it's like, the lady in the golden crown was you, and they run away, and she and the prince married and live happily ever after. So this is kind of interesting because in the original tales that you read from Europe, the Cinderella does call out to her mother. And I believe it's in the French tale, there's a tree. And that basically she's calling, rather than the fairy godmother, she's calling on the spirit of her mother. So that's what happens in this story as well. And again, the father isn't dead. He's just controlled by his wife. So it's a very short, very simple little tale. It's very, very cute. I always do love, and instead of a ball, it's a church service. So here's some of the illustrations. Again, I did this in ebook form. You can probably be great in physical form. You can see the stepsisters. And then here's our Cinderella, which you can't see very well. Let's see if I can find a better picture here. Here she is. Yeah. All right. No, my lights are too big. But nonetheless, it's a fun little story. Again, this is more of a children's, so early elementary. It's a picture book. It's a little long, Um, Actually, I think this is about 30, no, never mind, it's only about 34 pages. So again, this is a great story to read to little ones, particularly if you're studying Cinderella and you're looking at different versions. Again, this is a Greek tale. So that is it for this review, and this is the last video for Cinderella. Look forward to Aladdin next month. And if you like what you see, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you.